So let's talk about Kyrie Irving. My guy over the last 5 games has been killing it. And now I'm on record saying the Dallas Mavericks, Kyrie Irving and Luka duo wouldn't even work out. So I apologize. But look, Kyrie's been doing this without Luka, but he did it with Luka too, because he was scoring like 36. Luka was scoring 37. They both scoring 40. They was doing their thing. I'm not gonna lie. So I'm not gonna come on here and act like Kyrie can only do this without Luka, because he was doing it with Luka. But Luka been hurt over the last couple games, and Kyrie been doing his thing. And he's averaging 37.4 points per game, 6.4 rebounds, 6.4 assists per game over the last 5. He's been killing it. And something that really has come to my attention with Kyrie Irving playing great basketball, because Kyrie's only, like, I'm a Warriors fan. And so, like, he's one of them only guys that, like, can rival your favorite player. Like, Steph is my favorite player, so he's rivaled my favorite player. He's gone against Curry, outplayed Curry in the finals, in many regular season games. He's just outplayed my boy Steph. So, with a guy like Kyrie Irving, like, the fact that you still like him as a player, like, even though, like, he's a rival of one of your favorite players, well, I mean, your favorite player, mine being Steph Curry, it's ridiculous. And it just goes to show how great of a player he is. His game is poetry in motion, man. People say he's the most skilled player in basketball today, man. I have to agree, because nobody can do what he does on all 3 levels of offense. He's not, and it's not like he's just giving up points on defense. That's one thing I can't say about Kyrie Irving. You can sometimes say that about other players who, give their all on offense. They'll be lackluster on defense. So, when you have a guy that gives his all, and let's not say his all, but when he, like, gives a measurable amount on defense, and then on offense he's also giving what he gives, it just goes to show the greatness of a guy like Kyrie. So, I just want to, like, give Kyrie his props, because he's been killing, man. And just when you think a guy like him is getting washed up, or like maybe things off the court are gonna take over and he's not gonna be the guy we love, anymore, he comes out and he shows you just why he's, like, up to the level of a guy like Steph Curry. And I guess the question for this video is Kyrie Irving top 75 all time? Because here's the thing, man. Here's the thing that I don't understand. Kyrie Irving, and Steph Curry have always been tit for tat. And I said this in a video before. And they were to the same level until Curry kind of elevated himself. And I say, like, in 2021, like 2021, Steph just kind of elevated himself and, like, separated himself from, like, the rest of, the basketball world. And that carried on to 2022. So I would say 2021 Steph and 2022 Stephs are, like, the only Stephs that I have seen that are, like, measurably better than Kyrie Irving. Then again, seeing Kyrie this season, I'm like, okay, if Kyrie Irving, like, last 5 game Kyrie, if he keeps this up, then yeah, this Kyrie Irving is, still up to that level. I think Kyrie Irving is a worse player than Steph Curry all time, and I'm not just saying that because I'm a Curry fan. I mean, that's kind of a fact. But the thing is, Kyrie Irving is not, 65 places behind Steph Curry. Like, the competition ain't that packed. If Steph Curry is a top 10 player of all time, debatably, and Kyrie Irving is not a top 75 player of all time, then I think we have a big issue, because Kyrie Irving is not that much worse than Steph Curry. There are tiers to this. So they're both superstar players, but then Curry is, like, on a different level of superstar. It's kind of like how you would say Kawhi Leonard's a superstar, and then you would say, yeah, LeBron James is a superstar, but then, like, there's different tiers to superstar. And so, yeah, Kyrie Irving to Steph Curry, their difference is not going to be as great as Kawhi's to LeBron's, but the thing is they're both superstars, and there's different tiers to being superstars. But I also would not say that they're, like, that far off in tier. Like, Kyrie Irving is obviously, in my opinion, a top 10 point guard of all time. I think Kyrie Irving all time is a better player than Dame. So, I would have Kyrie in the top 75 players of all time. That's if you have Curry top 10 all time, which I have Curry top 10 all time. So if I have Curry top 10 all time, and then I look at this guy Kyrie Irving, and I've been watching Kyrie Irving, since I've been watching Curry, and I've been seeing Kyrie Irving compete with my boy Steph for the longest, and he's been on the level of Steph for the longest, and I'm supposed to look at Kyrie Irving and be like, oh yeah, so Steph's top 10 player of all time, you're not even top 75. That sounds ridiculous. Like, Kyrie Irving has proved time and time again that on the offensive side of the basketball, he's to the level, like, with the great all-time offensive players. Like, there's just players in the league who on offense, like, they're crazy, and he's on that level, right? And so, yeah, Steph Curry's a better offensive player than Kyrie Irving. Kyrie Irving's a better finisher, though, and he has a prettier game. His game is more silky smooth than Steph. I mean, and he's competed. His game, like, okay, yes, like Kyrie Irving's game isn't as refined as Steph. Like, you can like look at Steph Curry and then look at Kyrie Irving's game, and you can tell like one is like on a different level of greatness, but it's not like by that much. It's not like, cause like you can tell the difference, but like it's not like that much. It's not like, oh, Kyrie can't give Curry 50 on like a night where he's feeling good. It's just Curry's game is just it's so much more, because he's running around without the ball, and you know the whole thing, and you know, with the endurance, and he's affecting the game in many other ways. And so Kyrie Irving is affecting the game in more of a direct way. But the fact that Kyrie Irving, instead of like being this like all-time playmaker like Steph, who's like literally like the play for his team, the football, you know, in the play, to just get the ball and then like be able to impact the game almost to the level of Steph, says a lot about who Kyrie Irving is. Kyrie Irving is a guy who doesn't have to run off ball and scare people. He just gets the ball and he goes to work. Like that, and that shows like something about Kyrie's game that a lot of other players don't have, and that's the ability to just get the ball and go to work and like do it at like a high rate. Like we've seen that with Kobe and Jordan. Like you just give them balls the ball and like just let them go to work, and it's like they're superstars. Like it's other guys in the NBA now, like Bron, like you. A lot of reason why people don't want to regard Bron as the GOAT is because you don't just give Bron the ball and then like let him go to work in the same way that you just give Kobe the ball and let him go to work. And that's not diminishing Bron. Bron does other things in other categories, but to only do thing in one category, which is just like get the ball and just go crazy like Kyrie, and to be on the level of guys who do other things on the basketball court, like Steph, like Luka per se, like Magic Johnson, like these other guys who are playmakers and they're doing all these other things besides just getting the ball and going to work. The fact that Kyrie Irving has asserted himself says a lot about the skill level of him, and it's the reason they say he might be arguably the most skilled player of all time. So I guess my main point is, if you have Steph Curry top 10 all time, which I do, I think it'd be ridiculous to say Kyrie Irving is not even top 75. But look, I got to get out of here, man. Hope you guys enjoyed. Not really much games coming on tonight, like 3, so I'm going to just chill. So I'll see y'all, man. Peace out.